Hey racers, JonRacer3 today, back for another Hot Wheels tournament. Today we have the Supercar tournament that I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for with the cars that I just received at the most recent Matchbox convention. About to go down the 2-lane raceway, through the 2-lane curve, down to the finish line. We have a lot of cars here. It's going to be a 16-car single elimination tournament. I hope you guys are excited as I am because we have some fantastic matchups here ready to get started. We have Hot Wheels ID, Hot Wheels Basic, Matchbox, Mystery Machines, and even more. So I'm going to skip all the intros and just head straight in to the unboxing for the racing. The cars have been unboxed out of their package, and I must say there are some fantastic looking cars in this bunch. So let's see who's racing. We have the McLaren Speedtail versus the Koenigsegg Jesko. We have the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento versus the Bugatti Divo. We have a Hot Wheels Speed Machines Ferrari 599 GTB versus McLaren 720S Spider or Coupe. And then next we have the Corvette C8R versus a Mazda Ferrari, a great matchup there. We have the Audi TT-RS versus the old Toyota Supra. I say old, you'll figure out in a second. We have a regular Matchbox Corvette C8 versus a Matchbox Ford Mustang. Then we have two Hot Wheels ID cars. We got a Drift Sylvia and a Drift RX-7, I believe, or is it MX-5? It's an RX-7. Good thing I got that right. And then finally we have some wide bodies. We have a Nissan GTR versus the wide body Supra. So we have a couple Supras in this matchup. A lot of these cars are fantastic, if not all of them, and I cannot wait to see how they do down the 2-lane raceway, through the curve, down to the finish line. This is going to be interesting. Like I said, it'll be single elimination all the way down to the final matchup, which will be best 2 out of 3. Very simple matchup. I'm excited, so let's go ahead and jump right into the races. Here we go for our first matchup. We have the Koenigsegg Jesko in gray versus the McLaren Speedtail in orange. Let's see who takes the win in 3, 2, 1. Oh, it is a close one, but it's going to be the McLaren Speedtail just barely beating out the Jesko on the inside. A good run for the Speedtail there. Let's see who wins the next matchup. We have the black Bugatti Divo versus the black Sesto Elemento in 3, 2, 1. Look at that. The Sesto Elemento just absolutely rips it down the outside of the track, taking the win, beating out the Sesto. Next up, this is going to be an interesting one. We have the Ferrari 599 GTB from Hot Wheels Speed Machines against a Matchbox McLaren. Let's see who takes it in 3, 2, 1. Look at that, and the McLaren absolutely destroys the Ferrari. That just puts to test how Ferrari Speed Machines can sometimes be no match to a Matchbox. For our next matchup, we have some race cars. We have the Mazda Ferrari versus the Corvette C8R. This is the first time I've ever raced a Corvette C8R, so let's see how fast it is around the turn in 3, 2, 1. Look at that. That Corvette absolutely dominates on the outside lane. Mazda Ferrari does not carry enough speed and is going to be losing to the Corvette. Here we go for our next matchup. We have the Matchbox Audi TT-RS versus the Toyota Supra from the mystery packages. Let's see who's going to take it in 3, 2, 1. Look at that. Both cars were super fast around that turn. It's going to be the Supra taking the win on the outside because the Audi is going to flip over just way too fast coming around that turn. For our next matchup, we have Matchbox on Matchbox. We have a Corvette C8 versus a blue Ford Mustang. A perfect rivalry here. Let's see who takes it in 3, 2, 1. It's gonna be close, but it's going to be the outside. The Corvette almost is able to sneak it away from the Mustang, but not quite. As the outside flag is raised, the Corvette will lose to the Mustang. That Mustang is a fast casting and definitely one to look out for. But next up, we have two Hot Wheels ID cars that are also drift cars. We got the MX-5. I got that right? Nope. RX-7. So we got the Mazda RX-7 versus the Nissan Silvia Drift. Let's see who takes it in 3, 2, 1. Wow, and it is a very close race, but it's going to be the Mazda, which personally is one of my favorite cars in this whole matchup, beating out the Nissan on the inside lane. What a race. And for our final match for the first round, we have two wide-body cars. We have the wide-body Liberty Walk Nissan GTR versus the wide-body Toyota Supra. Let's see who takes it in 3, 2, 1. The GTR loses so much speed on the inside, it's going to be the Toyota Supra taking the win, beating out the GTR, and that makes Toyota Supras 2 for 2 in this Hot Wheels and Matchbox tournament. As we go into round 2, here are your current victors that have all won a race, but our first matchup is going to be a hypercar matchup. We have the Bugatti Divo from Matchbox on the outside, and the McLaren Speedtail on the inside. The Speedtail won it on the inside like last time. Let's see how we can do against the Divo in 3, 2, 1. Wow, and the Divo just has so much speed around that outside lane, destroying the Speedtail, which was still very fast on the inside. Usually cars with lifted bumpers perform very well on the inside, and the Speedtail is the opposite of that, but still managed to get his first win on the inside. Regardless though, Bugatti Divo is moving on to the semifinals. Next up, we have a McLaren 720 Spider versus a Corvette C8R. Now, this McLaren came out strong, beating out the Speed Machines Ferrari. How will he do against the Corvette in 3, 2, 1? The McLaren had the speed around the inside, but he gets derailed. We're going to give that win to the Corvette by sticking it through. The McLaren was just too fast to go around that corner. Corvette moves on. Next up, we have another speedy matchup. We have a Toyota Supra versus a Matchbox Ford Mustang. This Mustang casting is blazing fast. Let's see how he does against the Hot Wheel in 3, 2, 1. And the Toyota Supra with an awful wipeout. On the inside, he had the speed, but he wasn't able to hold it. The inside lane breeding a lot of wreckage here, but the Mustang is going to carry it through, taking the win, beating the Supra, and moving on to the semifinals. With one Supra down, we have another Supra to go, going up against the Mazda Hot Wheels ID car to see what the last car will be heading in to the semifinals. Who's going to take it in 3, 2, 1. Look at that Mazda absolutely blazing down the inside lane. This Mazda is definitely a car to look out for, beating out the Toyota Supra. The Supras are good in the first round, but not the second round, which is unfortunate. This tournament just became Matchbox versus Hot Wheels. We have the Matchbox Divo versus the Hot Wheels Corvette, and the Matchbox Mustang versus the Hot Wheels Mazda. We're going to switch the lanes for these two so that each brand has an equal chance of winning with one car on the inside and one car on the outside. Let's start off with our first matchup of the semis. On the inside, we have the Bugatti, and on the outside, we have the Corvette. Which car is going to breed victory today? Let's find out in 3, 2, 1. No, and it's the Bugatti getting derailed on the inside. He had the speed, but unfortunately the Corvette's gonna sweep it on the outside lane, moving on to the finale, representing Hot Wheels. Now this race is gonna be a close one. We know how fast that Mustang is on the outside and how quick that Mazda is on the inside, representing Hot Wheels ID. This is Matchbox's last chance to pull a victory in this tournament. Let's see who takes it in 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness, and there's not going to be a victor. The Mazda spins around, stopping the Corvette from taking a win. I say we do a rematch because no flags were triggered. If the Mazda spins out on this race, we will switch lanes, but let's see who takes it. Will it be the Mazda or will it be the Mustang? In 3, 2, 1. Look at that, the Mazda with the inside lane speed, getting on two wheels at one point, beating out the Matchbox Mustang, who really put its all into that race, but unfortunately is going to lose it and not go to the finals matchup. And for our finals matchup, the Hot Wheels ID Mazda is moving on. This is it. This is decide the victor of this tournament. We got two beautiful looking castings here. We have the Corvette C8R in gray, looking magnificent, versus the Mazda MX-5 in blue. Just gotta check and see if that's the right name. It is the RX-7. I'm sorry if I keep calling it the MX-5. I get confused, but we have the RX-7 versus the C8. This will be a best 2 out of 3 matchup. They will switch lanes until one car gets 2 wins in a row. Here we go. Let's see who takes the first race in 3, 2, 1. The Mazda's gonna flip over on the inside. Very unfortunate performance there. And the Corvette's gonna take the win. Now remember, in order to make this even, the cars have to win on both lanes. So the Corvette currently has one win on the outside, one win on the inside for the Corvette, and he's moving on. Let's see who takes it in 3, 2, 1. It's not even close. The Mazda flying down that track, going to take the win on the outside lane, making it 1-1. If the Mazda takes this, it's all over. We know how fast that Mazda is on the inside lane. Can they beat the Corvette? If he doesn't, they're going to have to go until they get 2 wins in a row just to make it even. So let's see who's going to take it in race 3. 3, 2, 1. It's going to be the Mazda holding on through the inside lane of the curve track, being your victor today and beating out the Corvette. And that is going to do it for this tournament. The Mazda RX-7 for Hot Wheels ID. As you can see, the Hot Wheels ID drift team on the side there looking fantastic is going to take the win, beating out the Corvette. All of these cars put up a good fight, and it was a very good tournament. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. So make sure you like the video, comment down below what cars you want to see go on this turn track again. So because I might do it in the future here sooner than you think. But that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next Hot Wheels video. Take it easy. Peace.